It's such a privilege to be here with you all and share this song, right? That is it's about looking to Latin America, looking to the South, and Arelis, I think you had asked me earlier to speak specifically, right, to Hispanic Heritage Month and its importance. I can only share my perspective, right, as to why I think it's important. Of course, it's important at the cultural level, which is, I think, the level that is often emphasized. And cultural events, no, the fact that we have such a varied Latin American cultures, right, that are part of the United States landscape, and all the variations in musics and traditions, and with different roots, whether they're more indigenous or more African inflected, and so forth. But for me personally, I think of Hispanic Heritage Month as a month to remember the political aspect of all of this, right? Which is to say, Latinos, we are a part of this landscape in many ways, and they're all pretty much linked to imperialism, to United States imperialism, whether it's the fact that more than half of Mexico was stolen by the United States in the 19th century. Hence, Mexicans don't cross the border, right? The border cross them. Or whether, it's the fact that there are many Puerto Ricans and we're doing a lot of great music and a lot of great poetry, but we're here because of US colonialism, right? And the big migration of the 1940s, and then the more recent migration, of which I am a part of, right, because of the economic crisis, which is global in scope, but has a colonial tinge because we are a non-incorporated territory of the United States. And when you think about it broadly speaking, right, whether it's all the Latinos that migrated because they were fleeing the right-wing dictatorships that the United States has historically supported throughout Latin America and the Caribbean, right? Or even immigrants who arrive here leaving left-wing governments, right, that are being destabilized by the United States policies. In many ways, for me, at least, the Hispanic month is a moment to think about that aspect, right? Why we're here, and how we got here, right? And that plays a huge role. And so the song that I'm going to sing is it's directly about that. It's just a celebration of many of our revolutionaries from Latin America. It's in Spanish. I ask us to look to the South, but specifically to the histories of struggles. And I mentioned Sandino from Nicaragua, Sendik from Uruguay, and Che Guevara and Roque Dalton. And then I mentioned some important women leaders like Lola Rodriguez de Tio from Puerto Rico, or Dora and Las Sandinistas from Nicaragua. By the way, there's a wonderful documentary called Las Sandinistas, which is beautiful. You see all these women guerrilla fighting against Somoza, right, in Nicaragua in the 70s, and then building the revolution in the 80s, right? So in any case, it's called Let's Look to the South, Let's Look to Latin America. And it goes like this. I'll be playing it with the Puerto Rican Cuatro, which is our national guitar from Puerto Rico. And vamos a mirar al sur, vamos a mirar al sur, vamos a mirar al sur, que del sur viene surgiendo una luz. Vamos a mirar al sur, vamos a mirar al sur, vamos a mirar al sur, que del sur viene surgiendo una luz. Suda, 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 Sudamérica. Suda, 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 Sudamérica. Que lo que te falte por sudar, lo sudamos acá. Vamos a mirar al sur, vamos a mirar al sur, vamos a mirar al sur, que del sur viene surgiendo una luz. Imágenes se revelan y revelan desde el fondo de nuestra conciencia. Bolívar abrazando al fajardeño Antonio Valero de Bernabé. Voces de Sandino, de Sendik y Allende, voces de García Márquez y Benedetti, Zumbi fundando 100,000 quilombos, Roque Dalton versando lo que camina, y el Che perpetuándose en Bolivia por el sur. Vamos a mirar al sur, vamos a mirar al sur, Vamos a mirar al sur, que del sur viene surgiendo una luz. Suda, 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 Sudamérica. Suda, 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 Sudamérica. Que lo que te falte por sudar, lo sudamos acá. Vamos a mirar al sur. Vamos a mirar al sur. Vamos a mirar al sur, que del sur viene surgiendo una luz. Imágenes se revelan y revelan desde el fondo de nuestra conciencia. Lola Rodríguez de Tío dándole la batuta a Lolita Lebrón. Voces de Petra y las Adelitas, voces de Dora y la Sandinita. Ay, de Santa María ya está en la casa y Victoria Montú en la revolución haitiana. Y las hermanas Mirabal dando la batalla por el sur. Vamos a mirar al sur, vamos a mirar al sur, vamos a mirar al sur.
Gracias, gracias. Vamos a mirar al sur.